What's the worst way to gain weight? I was putting on my jeans when my fat rolls got caught in the zipper. I stepped on the scale and saw I had somehow gained 15 pounds in 2 weeks. My knees were so swollen I could barely bend them, and I'd started getting these sharp chest pains whenever I climbed stairs. My mom heard me sobbing and immediately started booking doctor appointments, holding my hand at every one while test after test came back normal. The endocrinologist actually said this shouldn't be possible while looking at my perfect blood work, but warned if I gained even 5 more pounds I'd be pre-diabetic. I remember thinking I was going insane. For 3 weeks, mom made me these protein smoothies every morning, packed with metabolism boosters she'd researched. She drank them too, even made them for my sister Mia, calling it our family health journey. I should have known something was wrong when 6 weeks later I was wearing maternity clothes and my skin was practically tearing at the seams. Angry red stretch marks that bled through my shirts, especially while they shed pounds like it was nothing. Mom had started this weird documentation system, taking my measurements and writing them in a notebook, and when I asked what it was for, she said, for the doctors, and it felt like it made sense. One morning, Mia pulled me aside and her hands were trembling as she said, Mom makes our smoothies separately, says we have different vitamin needs. We watched together the next morning, and sure enough, Mom used different powder containers for each of us. I walked into the kitchen while she was mid-blend and asked, why do Mia and I get different powders? Mom didn't even pause. Mia needs extra protein for the track team, honey. You need metabolism support. But we're both trying to lose weight? She poured my smoothie into a glass and handed it to me with a smile that didn't reach her eyes. Just trust me, I researched this extensively. By the time the family barbecue rolled around, I'd gone up from a size US 2 to a US 14. Meanwhile, my mom had gone from 250 to 190 pounds, looking toned and better than ever. So when she asked to wear my old sundress from last summer, the one I used to feel pretty in, I told her she could just keep it. As soon as everyone arrived, she was positioning herself next to me like we were before and after pictures. Guys, look at us doing this journey together, she'd exclaim while looking around to see who heard her. All while I sat there trying not to break the plastic chair from Walmart. When the food was ready, she kept standing next to me for photos. And after 3 glasses of wine, she grabbed my arm and screamed, guys, who do you think is skinnier? Be honest. The silence was so complete I could hear my own breathing. When Uncle Pete asked what was wrong with her, she stormed off to the bathroom and I followed, my thighs bleeding from chafing. I was about to knock when I heard her on the phone through the door. No, it's working perfectly. She has no idea. Then this weird clicking sound like a pen cap. I pushed the door open without thinking. That's when I saw her injecting something into her stomach, Ozempic. She yanked her shirt down so fast she almost dropped it. She muttered something about having pre-diabetes and it running in the family before rushing back to the party. That night, I searched the entire house for the supplement containers she used for our smoothies but couldn't find them anywhere. 2 days later, I needed to order a larger clothing size and my phone was dead, so I grabbed hers and opened Amazon. That's when I saw it. In her recent orders, extra large containers of Serious Mass Weight Gainer 12 pounds on Subscribe and Save, delivered monthly for the past 4 months. 50 servings per container, 1,250 calories per serving. My mom walked out in her robe and saw me holding her phone. Her face went white when she saw the screen. She just stood there with her shoulders sagging. You were always the pretty one, she said quietly, not even trying to explain the mass gainer she'd been putting in my food. She pulled out her phone and showed me this folder of photos from every family event. Even at your heaviest, you're still prettier than I've ever been. I just wanted to know what it felt like to be the one people noticed. The wedding's tomorrow, I said calmly. You'll be wearing my old dress, right? She nodded, wiping her tears. Good. Make sure you drink your smoothie in the morning, the special one you make for yourself. I stood up to leave. Wait, what do you mean? Oh, I switched your supplement containers around the house this morning. Don't worry though, I researched everything extensively. The look on her face told me she understood, but what she didn't know was that I'd done something much worse than switch supplements. And by the time she figured it out, everyone at that wedding would understand exactly who she really was. Full story on channel, link below.